Alright, good evening, people, and welcome to the show. I got something here I think y'all should know. When it comes to reading a good book, look out, because I got a book for you. Alright, this book I got at my library, and I finished it not too long ago. It's called The Beatles. Really good book. I'll show you through it. Tilbury District High School. This book is pretty much about the Beatles and things that went on during the 60's. Skiffle. There's Elvis Presley and the Jailhouse Rock. They're saying like that the rock and roll scene is just bubbling pretty much and everybody's getting with it. Things are starting to come alive. Drive My Car. Classic radio somebody might have. Love Me Do comes out at the end of 1962. Ticket to the Ride. There's the band right there. Before Epstein and with. This is just some of the carnage that would happen on in Beatlemania. The band. You've Got That Something. Everybody has their favorite of the Beatles. I'd probably have to say Paul would be my favorite, but I like all of them. George is a great guitar player. Ringo's a great drummer and great person overall, and Lennon is just a fantastic man. What would you rather take? Stones or Beatles? Jumpin' Jack or Mr. Mustard? Twist and Shout. The Beatles in My Room. This tells a little story about a friend of a fan. Drugs for Better and Drugs for Worse. LSD Experience by George. And I was the first one on coke, says Paul. They smoked pot. Bob Dylan introduced him to it in 64. Sgt. Pepper's. My favorite song. This is pop art. Talking about things in the 60's and the ads. Here's a piece by Andy Warhol. The Coke bottles. Help and Yellow Submarine. Magical Mystery Tour. Working Without It. These are typical prices. Like for a 1 pound loaf of bread, it was 19 cents in 67. This is the company Apple that they made, but never really worked out. Some fashion. Some more hip fashion. Daddy-O's. Like to be wearing something like that. Maybe even that. Who knows? Carnaby Street. Angry Young Men. This tells a story about a father who doesn't like the Beatles and someone who does. There's John and Yoko in the sunshine and the Beatles left out in the rain. Let It Be. The breaking up point. Find Your Path and Live Your Dream. The World of Rock and Roll. It just starts. The American thing invades Europe. The birth of the protest song, British invasion, the blues, the birth of psychedelia. The Beatles help. This is the honor roll. You got Andy Warhol in there. Nazis, Malcolm X, Che, many leaders. Life goes on for the Beatles. They didn't just pack up and quit. The Beatles were a fantastic group and will always be in the hearts of music fans everywhere. And there's the library card. So you should probably check this book out one day, and thanks for tuning in.